Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another round of Starky's Positive Vibe. Yeah, baby. Let me ask you something right out the gate. Have you ever looked at your pet, your dog, your cat, your emotional support goldfish and thought, dang, I really did adopt a tiny, fuzzy creature that's gonna break my heart someday? Yeah, because owning a pet is basically investing in a small future tragedy. Like, here, let me pour my love, my money, and my free time into this little creature who eats socks, judges me while I'm on the toilet, knowing one day I'm gonna bawl like a toddler at the water park. But guess what? We wouldn't trade it for anything. Not one thing. Because these so-called pets aren't pets. They're family members with fur. They're kids that don't talk back. They're roommates who never pay rent but somehow get away with it. They're therapists who accept payment in belly rubs. The things they do for our soul. Woo! Your pet will love you when you're tired. They'll love you when you're broke. They love you when you're walking around the house at 2 a.m. in underwear that should have been retired in 2003. Your pet does not care. You come home from work looking like you fought in all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. The pet is at the door like, oh my God, you're home. I thought you died. Let's celebrate your survival with some violent tail wagging and possibly knock over a lamp. Cats are like, you've returned. And open the can. But even when they act like they're too cool for emotion, they always sneak it in. You ever notice your cat acts like the mob boss that secretly follows you room to room? Like, I'm not obsessed with you, human. But if you leave my side again, I'll scream until the neighbors check on you. And the funny part is, we let them get away with everything. If a human walked up to you, sniffed your face, your crotch, slapped something off your table, and then stared at you like you're the problem, you'd block them and probably put a restraining order on them too. But a cat does it? We're like, oh, he's expressing himself. Look at him. He's such a real rascal. A dog can destroy a $900 couch and we'll be like, yeah, but look at his little eyebrows. He feels so bad. It's okay, buddy. I didn't like that couch anyway. A hamster can escape his cage and you'll tear apart your entire house like the FBI raiding a warehouse. Because that little potato-shaped creature is precious. We act insane over pets, and you know what? It's beautiful. Because pets feel a very special part of the heart. The unconditional part. They're not perfect. They don't have long lives. They leave hair everywhere. They drool. They bark. They poop in places they shouldn't. They wake up at 4 a.m. for reasons unknown by science. But man, they show up for us. They show up when we're sad. They show up when we're lonely. They show up when the world feels too heavy. And they show up without needing anything but love in return. And yeah, they take a piece of us when they go. Let's be real, when a pet passes, you're not losing a pet. You're losing somebody who witnessed your life. They saw good days and bad days. They saw you dance in the kitchen while no one was looking. They saw you cry into a pillow. They saw you eat snacks you swore you were never going to eat anymore. They were there, and that hurts when they're gone. And this is the positive vibe part. The powerful lesson, love is still worth the pain. Pets teach us one of the most important lessons we'll ever get in this life. And that is to love deeply even when you know the ending. Because every moment in between is pure magic. The joy, the laughter, the comfort, the little rituals, the big memories, the tiny paws on your chest when you're sad, the excited wiggles when they walk in the door, the soft purring at 3 a.m. That's real life. That's real love. That's the stuff we remember forever. And here's the kicker. Losing them hurts because loving them matters. And anything that matters that much is always worth doing. So here's your Starky positive vibe of the day. Love your fur babies like you're rich in time, rich in joy, and rich in patience. Laugh with them, take pictures, forgive their chaos, and spoil them a little. Let them be weird and understand this. Their lives may be short, but they make ours bigger. Pets remind us that the world isn't all pain and bills and stress and Wi-Fi that never works. The world is also cuddles, the tail wags, the tiny meows, the messy joy, and the unconditional love. So hug your fur baby and tell them Starky sent you. And remember, we don't get to keep them forever, but we do get to love them completely. And that is one of the greatest blessings we'll ever get. And that's been my positive vibe for this week. I'm Starky. Guess what? I'm out of here.